What's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Man, spring is in the air. Farmers are cracking those anhydrous tanks. Soon the honey wagons are going to be rolling around. Man, the stuff you all miss if you don't grow up in the Midwest. Well, I'm out today to try and get some revenge. I've got a jig tied on, but I've got also a few new lures that I think all of you will like. So enough yapping. The sun keeps getting up higher as we're talking. Let's go try to catch some fish. Man, the geese are out in force. I am not a fan of those things. I know all y'all don't have the geese around. Some people love them. I'm not a fan. They're mean, they poop all over. They're very inconsiderate. All right, well the question is, what are these fish gonna be eating out here today? Come out, try to get some retribution with the jig, see if they'll eat it. I've been having some luck on it here and there. Figure, you know what? Got a few hours to fish this morning. Let's see if we can catch a couple fish on the jig. Why not? Water's starting to clear up here a little bit. I'm gonna have to get off to something else. Well, we'll see what the day's gonna bring. I don't know. There we go. Oh, popped it off that rock. I was snagged and popped it off that rock. And I felt him thump it. Yes, number one today on the jig. That's just a few pitches in. We're already in business, folks. We are already in business. Man, talk about a reaction strike, huh? Luckily that missed his tongue for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. You hook a fish in the tongue and they seem to almost freaking bleed out. There we go. Just a little over a pound. We'll take it. It's a good way to start the day here. We're on a fish. All right, dude. Ah! Oh my gosh, what a horrible release. Stuck to my glove. There he goes. He's all right. All right, well, that was not picture perfect. These stupid gloves. That's the only thing I don't like about them. Fish catch on my thumb. There we go. All right, there we go. There it is. That's that Luke Clausen finesse jig. Y'all have seen me throwing this. I like this one. It's from Dirty Jigs, little finesse jig. But I like it because it comes in a 5/16. That's one thing I know bank anglers struggle with, whether you're fishing a Ned rig, a Shaky head, a jig, any sort of bottom hopping or moving lures when you're fishing around riprap. And the thing with riprap is you want to try to go as light as you can get away with. Now, that can have its issues. You know, if it's real windy, you can't always keep contact with the bottom. If you go real light and you have a heavier setup, sometimes you can't feel it if you have real heavy line, you're trying to fish a lighter lure. But in general, you want to try to go as light as you can get away with to not get snagged in rocks like this. There's one. Two right there. Same spot. Yes. All right. Well, a couple fish on the day so far. Only been here about 5 minutes. Jig on the rocks. What do you know? There we go. Another dude. Again, not too big, huh? Pound and a quarter or so. We'll take them, though. We'll take them. We'll take these fish. All right, dude. Thanks for being on the show. Later. All right, can we find any more? 2 of them on it. All right, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Putting a little work in with the jig. A lot of people that last video where Randizzle absolutely destroyed me with the jig. I said, Debo, why don't you throw the jig more? So I said, you know what? I should throw it more this year. I go in spurts with the jig. I'll go through, what, 4 years ago? 5 years ago? I don't remember what it was. Couldn't put the jig down. Couldn't put it down. And as new things come out and I try to focus on things for the year, sometimes you forget the old trusties that work. And back when I was younger, the jig was my deal. My pops would always be fishing the worm. I would throw the jig. Still got some of those cool old jigs from when I was younger. So I figure, you know what? Early spring like this, these fish are coming up onto these rocks, moving out from the deep spots. These rocks also hold heat, so figure why not? Let's focus the jig for a little bit. The 2 things I said I wanted to work this year was the Nico rig and larger swim baits. So those are 2 things I'm going to try to focus on more this year as well. But we'll see. Who knows? All right, come on, fish. Keep eating this jig. Yeah, just stay there. Just take off. There we go. Nothing to see here. Move along. Thank you. If y'all don't know about these Canadian geese, once they start getting on nests, they get real angry. They get a little ornery. All right, switch spots. Spent about, I don't know, 35 minutes or so at the first spot. Only found a couple, so that kind of stinks. See if we can find any more over this way with the old jig. I'm sorry you're gonna have geese noises in the background this whole video. And that's geese over there fighting. That's nice. There's one. Got him. Hey, that's a better one. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's a little 2-pounder. All right. Again, on that jig. There we go. Look at it. Look at that little belly. He's eating. Okay. Okay. Perfect hook set right there behind the hard part of the mouth. There we go. Number 3 on the old jig so far. Good little 2-pounder. He's got a belly on him. All right, dude. Off you go. Go make babies. Go make more so we can catch you. So, figured I'd come out and attack these rocks. A number of people said they wanted to see me throw the jig more, so that's what we're doing. Throwing the jig in the water. There's one. Another one. Oh, son of a... Got him. Missed him on that first time. There we go. Missed him that first time. Yes, sir. Came back and grabbed it. Whoa, easy, easy fish. There we go. Number 2 on the jig. Look at that. I think that little dude wanted it. Red lips still, but black and blue jig. There we go. All right, there we go. Number 2 right here. Another little dude on the day. Okay, we'll take it. Get out of here, dude. Oh, that way. There you go. All right, well, there it is. There's another look at it. That's that little black and blue, and I really like the color in this one because it's got like kind of a light blue going into like a dark blue, almost purple. I like it. The crawdads we have around here are blue for whatever reason. I don't know why they get blue. If they stay blue all year long, I need to do some crawdad trapping. I think that would be really cool. Find exactly the colors we've got in some of my local lakes, match jigs to them, and even do some painting on them. I think that would be cool. Comment below and let me know if you'd like to see that. Trapping some of these and trying to replicate the colors. Slow and steady with the jig, man. One thing I've learned from Randizzle, watching him fish the jig and him giving me tips, is slowing down. You know, in the cold water like this, we're still not even up to 50 degrees yet. Slowing down. Short hops, sometimes dragging it. That's what I used to do as a kid all the time, fishing it when, you know, it was real hot, and just slowly dragging a jig, you know, like you're dragging a carol. There's another one. Got him. Yes. Another. Just like that. And that time just lightly hopping it and killing it. There we go. Another dude on the jig. Look at that. Perfect hook sets. That's the one nice thing about a jig, is you don't usually miss many of them. Well, there we go. Another little dude, just over a pound there. That's all right. We appreciate the dinks on this show. Yep, there we go. All right, another one on the tally. I know some folks shy away from the dink. I don't care. I embrace it. Embrace the dink, man. In times like this, I'm just super grateful I can still get out here and fish. I know some people aren't able to do that, so any day I can get out here, and hopefully it continues and we'll be able to keep fishing, but any day I appreciate it, and I will try to share the experience with you all. I know some of you can't go out. I know some of you are getting bored hanging there. We're all going to get through this together. I'm going to try to keep fishing and at least give you 15 minutes 2 to 3 times a week to hang out with me. I'm telling y'all, if you've never experienced the Canadian goose phenomenon, it's not enjoyable. People like to look at them, they think, oh, they're so pretty. They'll try to beat you to death with their wings and peck your eyes out. Now, one other big thing with any sort of bottom bait like this is always watching your line too. I know a lot of new folks are like, well, how do I know I have a bite? I would say 4 out of these 5 or so fish that I've caught, I haven't even felt the bite. I'll just see my line start to go tight and kind of, you don't want to hold your line tight, so I don't want to hold it where I'm, you know, holding it completely stiff and tight, because then a lot of times you're pulling that bait off the bottom. It doesn't look natural. So Watching that line, watching that little bow on the line. If you see it straighten out all of a sudden, get ready, might have a fish. Well, dadgummit, that was my first lost jig of the day. That happens. It happens when you're jig fishing. You gotta accept it. That's why you get extras. All right, well, unfortunately, dang it, that was the last Luke Clausen jig I had. I think I've got more at home, but last dirty jig. So this is a different one. This is a new company. They look similar to those War Eagle jigs. I think they were like $4 for a 2-pack or something. I got them a while back. I'm gonna try these. These are also 5/16, so I don't know. Maybe we can find a couple fish on this. That stinks. I was having really good luck with that one. I went with the little tiny rage bug on here. That's just what I had this one rigged up with instead of the Reaction Innovation little smallie beaver. See if this gets bit at all. I don't know. Dadgummit. Didn't have any extras of that. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. He nipped at it. Since, oh, got him that time. Oh, that's a little better one. Yes. Same spot. How many is that? Yes, sir. All right. Well, apparently this jig must match close enough to that little Luke Clausen jig. No, turn around. If you get them right behind the gills, usually, just like that, they'll kind of stop their ruckus. Nice. All right, look at that. Right through the nose, exactly where you want it. Got him. That's what that little tiny, that small rage bug on back there. I like that. I like the way that looks on those smaller finesse jigs. Just got a couple packs of those. All right, another dude. A pound-and-a-halfer. We'll take it. If this was MLF, all of those guys would be counting, so we're catching fish. All right, dude. Go grow. Go to be a 7.5 pounder next time. All right, well, it's not in my head anymore that it was that exact jig. I'm comfortable. I'm still gonna make sure I have more of those Luke Clausen. I really like that recessed jig head. I like the weight. I really like the colors. If you haven't checked those out, check out some dirty jigs. They make some really good stuff. Wait for sales, stock up when there's good sales. That's what I try to do. Gander, I bought a whole bunch of those. I think I bought probably 5 of that color. I should have just put the whole rack and just... Stuff went really quick though. The good stuff went real quick. Got another one. There we go. Oh, that's a better one. That's the best one of the day. Out a little bit deeper. There we go. There we go. Yes, sir. Another 2-pounder. All right, there we go. Another close to 2 on the day. Man, we are finding some fish. What is that? Oh, just grass. Thought there was something in his gullet. Off he goes. Another jig fish. All right, well, the good thing is I was scared. Fishing kind of gets in your head sometimes like that. I didn't have that exact same jig I was catching them on, and I was like, So that kind of bears the question, how much of a difference does it make on lures? I know sometimes as fishermen, we get caught up in that. I'm guilty of it. I'll get a certain bait and get a lot of confidence in it. How much does it really matter? Maybe that's a future vidya. No. Can't be snagged. No. Son of a gun. There we go. Got him. All right, after quite a lull, finally found one on the jig. Thank goodness. Quite a lull there. Another just little dude. But hey, I appreciate the little pounders on my show. That dude wasn't going anywhere. All right, there we go. Another little guy on the day. Hopefully we can find your great grandpa. So today's been kind of expensive. What's that? Two jigs down plus a shock blade. 15 bucks almost down for the day. I don't love it. I wish I still had the shock blade. The jigs don't bother me that much, but I think I only bought 2 of those red shock blades. So that sucks. Yeah, I'm going for the Hail Mary. I'm gonna throw the big old swim bait. This thing looks pretty sweet in the water. Love this reel. Rod feels pretty nice, but we need to catch a fish to test it, dang it. Still have not caught a fish on a big glide bait yet. Jig bite died off, figured why not? Let's go ultra big and see if one of these big mamas out here finds it interesting and just hammers it. Pitch this over here, run it close to the top so y'all can see what it looks like. This is just me reeling it slow. Look at that. Big wide S motion. And you can kind of twitch it. Of course it sinks, so I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try throwing this around here off this point. Why not? Jig bite died down. About time for me to roll out. Said I was going to dedicate more time to these big swim baits, but darn. All right, fishing friends, that's going to do it for me for today. All in all, pretty good day. Caught some fish. Everything today was on the jig, so hopefully y'all like that. Definitely going to be throwing the jig a lot more. Thanks to Randizzle, he showed me a few things. I used to throw them a lot, but I've just kind of got away from it. You know how it goes. So kind of an expensive day. I lost 3 jigs plus that Picasso shock blade, so basically 20 bucks worth of lures. So I was going to show you the jig I can. I'll at least show you the combo. Well, here's a quick look at the combo. That's what I was using today. That is the Shimano Corrado. I don't know if I've showed you that up close yet, but did pick one of those up at Fleet Farm. Yep, had an old gift certificate, so used it and bought one of these. Now the rod, I am really excited about these. This is the Lew's Custom Speed Stick. These are new this year. I am really liking these. And this is one I got specifically for finesse jigs. So you can see here, this is 3/16 to 5/8. So it's a medium heavy, moderate fast. I got a little bit softer medium heavy rod like that for those lighter jigs. You know, if I'm throwing a 1/4 ounce, like I've been throwing 5/16, those little finesse jigs, you want a rod that's a little bit softer, so I went with that. But that's it for me today. Today's subscribe fishing friend goes to Calvin Greenleaf. Calvin, thank you for always watching and supporting my channel, and thank you everybody else out there who watches and supports. I really do appreciate it. So thank you all out there for watching. Stay safe, and until next time.